The fixture started with the Derby of London between West Ham and Tottenham. The Spurs took a 3-0 lead with Kane and Eriksen, but the red card of Serge Aurier put the team into trouble. West Ham however only managed to score twice with Hernandez and Kouyaté, which of course wasn't enough. The Spurs are on the 4th place but will need to find stability in order to challenge for Premier League. On the other hand, West Ham has to lighten up if it wants to earn something good on this season. Later, Burnley and Huddersfield shared points on a 0-0 draw. Both teams looked happy with the point and none tried hard for scoring the winning goal. The biggest event of the game came on the 71st minute when midfielder of Huddersfield Rajif van Lappara dived inside the box in order to deceive the referee but only managed to collect a yellow card for diving. Everton had a very hard time against Bournemouth at home but finally managed to get its first win after the opening game. Bournemouth got in front on the 49th minute with Joshua King and Rooney had to leave the pitch injured. Neasa got in his place though and changed everything. He scored twice as Everton won 2-1. The Toffees are still far from their target but this win will help them. Bournemouth on the other hand is playing very well in most of its games but needs to collect points as well. At Etihad, Manchester City crushed Crystal Palace 5-0. City failed to impress on the first half but still managed to get in front with Sana just before the break. On the second half the citizens were unstoppable though and scored 4 more goals. This was the 6th defeat for Crystal Palace, which is the only team without any points or any goals yet, a record for any English top division team. A late goal by Richarlison ensured all 3 points for Watford, which won Swansea away. The Hornets got in front with Gray on the 13th minute and kept their advantage for the rest of the first half. Swansea lightened up on the second half and managed to equalise on the 56th minute with Abraham. A mistake from Roca Mesa led it into a steal from Deeney and eventually the second goal of Watford. Swansea has not won any point at home so far but is still unbeaten away. Watford has already collected 11 points and hardly will see this club to have relegation troubles. Romelu Lukaku scored his 6th goal on the season as Manchester United won Southampton at St Mary's. The Red Devils fought hard for keeping the 1-0 advantage and eventually managed to do so. Southampton was for once more poor at finishing and failed to score for a 4th time in 6 games during the season. United won a very important game that might prove vital on the title race while Southampton was for once more poor at scoring. At Brighton, Chelsea had its best game of the season. The Blues thrashed Stoke City 4-0 with scoring a hat-trick and Pedro Rodriguez scoring once. With Kurt Zouma unavailable, Stoke was unable to stop the attacking line of Chelsea. After the win against Arsenal and the draw against Manchester United, Stoke was expected to cause troubles to Chelsea as well, but after just 2 minutes Morata scored. Pedro cemented the lead on the 30th minute and Morata scored 2 more goals in the second half. A very important win for Chelsea, which remains 3 points behind the teams of Manchester. The final game of Saturday was between Leicester and Liverpool. The Reds took a 2-0 advantage after 23 minutes with Salah and Coutinho, but Okazaki scored for Leicester just before the interval. On the second half Henderson gave a solid lead to Liverpool on the 68th minute. 1 minute later however Jamie Vardy scored and things could have been worse for Liverpool on the 73rd minute. Vardy won a penalty but failed to convert it as Mignolet blocked it. Liverpool will need to get positive results against Newcastle and Manchester United in the next 2 games if it wants to stay close to the top. On Sunday Brighton won Newcastle 1-0 at home with a goal from Thomas Hemmant on the 51st minute. The visitors could have scored at least a goal but the lack of converting opportunities into goals was proved decisive. Brighton managed to adjust well in Premier League after the first 2 games and for the moment the team looks fine with 7 points collected. Newcastle is playing well so far and most of its games are decided in details which are mostly associated in lack of scoring. The last game of the week took place on Monday as Arsenal hosted West Bromwich. The Gunners won 2-0 with Lacazette scoring both goals. Gareth Barry of West Bromwich broke the record of Ryan Giggs for the most appearances of a player in Premier League. The game was also marked with some controversial decisions of the referee as West Bromwich is complaining for a penalty kick and then for a foul given to Arsenal for the first goal. Arsenal has improved significantly since the 4-0 defeat from Liverpool, and the team is called for keeping the spirits high. Do you agree with the selected players? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Bundesliga and big competitions updates. Thanks for watching.